Hello and welcome to an M14 release draft here. We are about to join. Let's hope we do well. Alright, so we get to start with what here? Uh, Chandler's Outrage seems extremely amazing. I should know that I am absolutely not familiar with this format as of right now, since this is my very first draft. I did not even get to play on a pro release event. Had to miss it. But I think here, I mean, we got some pretty good cards here. There's a Chandra's Outrage, there's a Clone. This guy is good, but I think Clone is just better. There's a Briarpack Alpha, which is also amazing. Hive Steerings, I'm not sure how good this thing is, but I, will not even consider it out of just principles because I absolutely hate what they've done to these livers. And I don't mean the only affecting your side of the board thing, but the art direction thing. I think it's just awful right now. I'm not sure what should I pick here, Chandra's Outrage or Cologne, but I think I'm gonna pick a Cologne here just because blue tends to be better in these formats. I think core set drafting. I love drafting skies decks, blue white. All right, here we haven't got much. There's this thing which seems okay. There's a Bailoff which seems cool, but I really don't want to be blue green. There's this guy. Yeah. Another Sliver, a Griffin Sentinel, Giant Spider, another Sliver, Voracious Worm, lots of green stuff here. Lots and lots of green stuff. This guy seems pretty good, but you have to kind of build your deck around it. I think it's just safer to take the flyer since, I just mentioned how I like Skies decks in this format, so let's go ahead and take the Griffin. Ooh, Johnny's Chosen. Alright, well, here we got the enchantment problem again. But I think white has way more enchantments than black. At least this is usually the case. I'm not sure. Ooh, look at this art, amazing. I'm not sure if that happens here, but we do have like pacifisms that we want to take. This guy just a solid guy all around. We could take another Griffin, but since this is my first draft in the format, I actually want to get to play with the rares to get a feel of how good they really are. This thing could end up being, a bomb in the right deck. And the weak, Shoal of Valor, yeah, it's gonna be it, I think. Alright, here I don't think we get much. There's a Brindle Boar, I guess. There's a Deathgeese Cockatrice, but I don't really wanna go into black since, this blue card is better, and I think my white cards in general are just better than this one. So I probably should just take a disperse here. Yeah, seems fine. This thing is not good, by the way. And Rod of Ruin. Well, Rod of Ruin could work. I'm not sure how many one toughness guys there are in this format, really. Especially since this thing costs 4 mana to to play and 3 to activate. It's quite a bit of mana, so I think I'd just rather take a disperse. Bounce is never really bad. The Phyletic Kite seems really awesome. It's a removal spell, really. Or enchantment. Frost Breath. This thing seems good. Staff of the Wild Magus. It's green heavy, so doesn't really work for me. Root Wall is pretty good too, but I think at this point I'm just gonna go ahead and take a Sea Kite. It's a flyer. Of course, we have the problem that all of our guys are 4 mana right now, but I think this will sort itself out in the future. Zephyr Charge doesn't seem like it would do a whole lot in my deck. There's Suntail Hawk too, but that is not the best. Corpse Hauler seems fine. Mastodon is okay, but I don't want to take it here. Man, this thing is expensive. This thing doesn't seem so high. Uh, So do I take a Suntail Hawk? I think I do. Not the best card ever or anything, but oh well. Sequels Drake could do it. I think it's a bit better than Angelic Wall. Fortify could be okay with the amount of flyers that I have. There's a Brave the Elements too, but it only protects white creatures. I'm not, you know, extremely heavily committed to white, so I'm not okay taking that thing here. I think this thing could be, just better. One more flyer fills out my mana curve, and better than Angelic Wall. Well, let's go ahead and take it. Alright, Capuchin Knight, I do remember this guy from back in the day. Urza's Block. Yeah, this doesn't seem good. I think none of the staffs are pretty good, are any good. Yeah, I think I want to take an Auramancer. I could take a Capuchin Knight, but Auramancer, I mean, there's bound to be some good enchantments here. Just gonna take an Auramancer just in case I get, the broken enchantments and people bring in enchantment destruction against them. Alright, Scroll Thief. I guess this guy is a pretty good combo with the Zephyr thing that gives my guys flying. There's a Ring Flash too, which seems very okay. Kenkrix, it's strictly worse than the white guy, the 3/5. Yeah, I think Scroll Thief should be an easy pick here. Alright, Pay No Heed. This thing looks like it could be pretty amazing on the right deck. Not my deck though. Let's go ahead and take another flyer here just to keep with the theme. And Siege Mastodon. Yeah. No good cards at all. I'm not gonna play the Pillarfield Axe, so let's take a Fire Rebirth and hide it. Alright, I'm gonna take this guy just in case someone wants to make a ridiculous deck out of these guys, and they do have to open demons for it to work, but there are some pretty good demons, at least one pretty good demon. Alright, Zephyr Charge, I'm not gonna play it even though it combos pretty well with my Scroll Thief. If I have like 3 or 4 Scroll Thieves, I may consider it, but right now it doesn't seem like the best option. Alright, Air Servant seems pretty good. I love these cards, cards that reference other cards, flavorful stuff. Train Condor seems pretty amazing. Hope he comes back. At least an Archaeomancer. Oh, look at that. This liver, the muscles liver. Only it's the Predator right now, and it's absolutely generic and bland. I hate the news livers. Have I said that? Alright, this thing seems pretty good. I mean, I definitely could see myself drafting a mono green deck in the future here. Green has the Hunt the Prey on the Weak. I can't remember its name. The fight card, which is a removal spell. I mean, there are some pretty good green cards, pretty efficient green cards like this guy. All right, let's take an R7. I mean, with a deck like mine, right, getting rid of the flying opposition should be pretty important here for me. All right, speaking of flyers, Messenger Drake seems pretty good. Staff with the Sun Magos, yeah, no steps for me. Yeah, guess let's go ahead and take this guy. Tidebinder Mage. Tap. Yeah, this actually seems pretty good. We have this enchantment here. We do have a couple cards that care about enchantments, but we right now have no way of gaining life, so it kind of defeats the purpose. Alright, this doesn't seem so hard. 2/2 vigilance for 2, but I would rather have this guy here at my 2-mana slot, even though it's heavier in the blue department. Still hoping for some white or blue enchantments that I do want to play. I guess could play Zephyr Charge, but yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. Let's take a Tidebinder Mage here then. Spell Blast, that is absolutely horrible. Alright, it's a very late Chandra's Outrage and nothing else. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and take it just because I don't want to play against it. And because there isn't anything else here for me. So, I mean, I guess there's the Deadly Recluse should be pretty annoying to play against with a deck like mine. Alright, well, yeah, I think I'm gonna take this thing. Even though we have a Master of Diversion here, most of my creatures fly anyway, so I'm not that worried about that. And, there's a time map too, which is cool. I mean, there's some quite good cards in my colors here, but I think I'm gonna take the enchantment. The life gaining ability alone should be pretty good, I think, to help me race other decks. This guy is pretty good. I mean, it was in Zendikar at least. But yeah, let's go ahead and take the enchantment. Can't pass that up. As much as I like enchantments, no, I think I'm gonna take a Master of Diversion. It's obviously a pretty good combo with Scroll Thief. I think in a deck like mine, the Condor, the blue one that gives the creature flying, is a better combo. Mainly because I won't really need to tap opposing creatures that much. I mean, at least they have like a Deadly Recluse, but yeah, I think I'm just gonna take it to see how good it is. Blessing, sadly, does not fit the bill here for me. Alright, Sea Kite number 2. I think it is better than Divination. Since it's, flat out removal. Alright, now we're talking. Claustrophobia. Yeah, like I said, there really are many blue-white enchantments, right? Claustrophobia, Sensory Deprivation, all, fine cards. It's too bad I hadn't seen any of them so far. At least I don't think I did. I mean, Claustrophobia, I absolutely did not see. Oh well, let's take it. Alright, Silence made it back. Maybe I should take a Fortify. Don't really need a Seacoast Drake, I don't think. But do I need a Fortify? I mean, I have flying creatures. This could help me win. Silence is obviously not good. Yeah, I'm gonna take a Fortify. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to play it. Alright, well, we are pretty evenly divided here between white and blue cards. So Brave the Elements is not as good as it could be, but I think I'm just gonna take it because there's just nothing else there of note. Which sideboard card do I prefer? Negate or Solemn Offering? I think I probably rather have an offering. Not sure though. It's close. Alright, let's get Coral Merfolk. Smelt, Vial of Poison. Yes, take a smelt. People can play Vial of Poison against me if they want to. Okay, so we're on to pack 3. Let's see what happens. Alright, look at that. This is bound to absolutely destroy me. We do have a pretty good card to take here in the form of Banisher Priest. It's a Grim Return, which is a good card too, I think. Not as good as Zombify, but still. Yeah, that is bad, and the commons this time around are pretty underwhelming. I do hope I get one of these. Certainly take it. I both gain life and, play an enchantment, so my Auramancer and my Agent's Chosen can work, and gaining life is not unreasonable thanks to my Path of Bravery. But yeah, let's go ahead and take advantage of Priest. Seems like our best option. Alright, Claustrophobia number 2 it is, I think. What is this thing? Yeah, seems pretty good for a red aggressive deck. Alright. I I don't really know many of these cards here, since like I said, it's my first draft, but yeah, I don't think there's anything here better than Claustrophobia. Hopefully I get a Sensory Deprivation back. That would be awesome. Okay, this is a Super Late Doomblade. And it is a Doomblade that I'm going to take because there isn't really anything that I need here. Oh, this thing is back? I did not know that. Yeah, Doomblade is just way better than anything else in that pack. I think we're probably not gonna splash for it because it, it's probably not worth the trouble. Oh, this thing seems pretty good. I do like it a lot. It's removal. Ooh, there's a train condor. Hmm, what should I take? Condor is obviously pretty good as my Scroll Thief. But then again, that's the only card that is good with, right? Since the rest of my deck has flying. So I think I would rather take this guy here. It would make me feel less bad about not playing the Doomblade if that comes to pass. There's also Master of Diversion. I think Master of Diversion should be pretty good in a like green-white or white-red deck, but not so much in a blue-white one since stuff flies. Okay, let's take another one of these things. Angelic Wall is an okay card, but I'd rather have a Celestial Flare. Alright, Sensory Deprivation. What instant or sorceries do I have? There's the Celestial Flare, so obviously Disperse. The Offering I'm not going to put in the main deck. Fortify probably not as well. Yeah, I don't have much to bring this guy in, sadly. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and take Sensory Deprivation. In an all flyers deck, this should be pretty good, I think. Okay, so it's apparently time to take a negate for a sideboard since there isn't anything else here I really want. Dark Sea Ingot. That could help me accelerate, I mean not accelerate, that could help me fix my mana to actually play the Doomblade. But there isn't anything I really want to accelerate into here. My deck caps at 5 mana. It's not really needed. I think I may just need the Angelic Wall more. Yeah, sadly. Seeming that I'm not gonna get to play a Doomblade, which is kinda sad. Alright, this thing made it back. At this point I'm not sure if I'm gonna play it because I do have a bunch of good enchantments already. I mean, and I do have a lot of cards here vying for a spot in my deck. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and take it. Alright, Sensory Deprivation number 2. Better than a Santeo Hawk, I guess. But this thing though, I mean, could it be any good? Maybe it could. Gaining 4 life whenever people play a removal spell should be okay. It's cheap enough, right? But yeah, I think I'm just gonna take the deprivation. Lots of black cards there too. Some good ones. Show of value, yeah. I would rather have a show of value than a second Santee Hawk, especially since I don't think I'm gonna play the first anyway. Probably not playing the show of value anyway, but it's good against the green cards that makes the fight. So yeah, let's take an Altar's Reap, I guess. Quarter Shield, Shrivel, yeah, I don't kinda don't want to play against Shrivel. I mean oh, it's a sorcery, never mind. Alright. This is our deck. Let's see what we do with it. Okay, so here we are. We have exactly 23 cards here that I think are the best cards in my deck. In my pool, that is. We're leaving our stuff like Brave the Elements, since we have a lot of blue stuff. Fortify, Divine Favor, Shoal of Valor. These could all come in. I feel like Sensory Deprivation should be pretty good in my deck. I really want to just stop the ground beats while I beat with my flyers. I'm also not playing what Negate is a good sideboard card. Core Focus, Zephyr Chart, Thumb Scout. I think the card here that I most wanted to play is not Show of Valor, but the Divine Favor, because as an enchantment it can eventually trigger my Agenda's Chosen. That is not that big a deal, I don't think. The Chosen is pretty much the one card here that really cares about enchantments. I guess the Aura Monster does too, but It's not game breaking or anything. I guess getting back a claustrophobia after they like sacrifice the enchanted creature is pretty nice. So okay, I think I like this. Let's sort by color. I think 9-8 in favor of islands, and that's what MTGO thinks too. Alright, let's see how we do.